That wraps up our top 5 stories. It's time to turn our attention now to the world of athletics. And as I said earlier, it's all about the Florence Diamond League, where all eyes and attention will be on African representatives who will be doing us proud when it comes to the race itself. You have Omanyala Ferdinand in there, Africa's fastest man, hoping to make a return to winning ways over the 100 meters dash. You also have Faith Kipyegon, who is, the Olympic champion, rather gunning for, the record in there, as well as, Akani Simbine, who ran an impressive 9.99 seconds at the Rabat Diamond League meeting just last week. Now, joining us to discuss this is Oluwadari Popola, who is an athletics pundit right here in Abeokuta, Nigeria. Oluwadari, good morning.
Good morning, Samson.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, let's turn our attention now to the Florence Diamond League. Everyone is anticipating the 100 meters race, the men's race, it must be said, because it's similar to what we had in terms of lineup, for the Rabat Diamond League meets. How do you see this panning out between Ferdinand Omanyala and Akani Simbine of South Africa?
Well, if I'm going to be real, between Omanyala and Simbine right now, it's even. It's an even draw between both of them, because mostly Omanyala has, when we look at past draws between both of them, Omanyala has better wins over Simbine. But right now, looking at the way Simbine ran at the Rabat Diamond League, then it's an even draw between both of them. But when we compare both of them to the entire field, I would say the best I expect is probably a top 3 or a top 4 finish at most. A top 3 or a top 4 finish at most. But I expect Simbine right now, based on current form, to finish ahead of Omanyala.
Okay, that's an interesting take to have, really, considering Omanyala has the edge over him and is Africa's fastest man. But I need you to listen to what Omanyala said just before, the Rabat Diamond League meeting, and we would address his race in that game and project that into tonight's, Grand Prix. Omanyala is here speaking to us.
One thing, when I go to my competitions, I don't look at competitors. When I go to a competition, it's all about me and that finish line. I don't care who is on my right or left. So it doesn't matter who is who. I can race anybody who's anybody now. So for me, it's all about running fast and make sure just to get a...
Now that's an interesting take, and I'm bringing this up because I'm building up to somewhere. You heard the man say he doesn't care about his competitors, be it on his left or right hand side. It's all about the finish line. It's all about his race. But we didn't see that happen at the Rabat Diamond League. Is the pressure getting at him? And I'm saying that because during the Rabat Diamond League, what we saw was Ferdinand Omanyala take a look to his right as he saw, Fred Kelly, surge past him. And there it is, right there on the screen. It was more like the pressure was getting to him. So the question will be, Oluwadari, do you think that at this point of the season, Omanyala is under immense pressure to deliver, considering how well he started the season?
Well, he isn't exactly, I wouldn't say he is exactly under pressure to deliver. When we look at the trends of how he has posted his times in his career so far, Omanyala has the fastest times he has run, it has always been in Kenya, right here in Africa. So he hasn't broken 10 seconds yet outside of Africa.
Okay.
Hence the controversies around. Yes. So Simbine has consistently, over time, he has consistently broken 10 seconds outside of Africa. He has done it time and time again. He has the highest number of sub 10 runs by an African man.
Yes.
So Omanyala, as it is, he hasn't broken 10 seconds outside of Africa. So he isn't exactly proven yet. So he has the fastest time in the world this year, but for me, he hasn't proven himself yet outside Africa.
Okay, let's see if that would change, tonight at Florence, where he will be hoping to correct the mistakes of that race. Let's turn our attention now to the women's, events. And one name keeps popping up. That's Kenya's Faith Kipyegon, who, is the Olympic champion. She's gone in for the 1,500 meters title right there, at Florence, and she's also aiming for the world record. How do you see this panning out, considering how well she started the season? She won at Doha, by the way.
Yes, for our season opener, she ran a 3:57, which was a world lead at the time, the fastest time in the world at that time. It has since then been bettered by Gudav Sege, who ran 3:54. Honestly, it's a race between Kipyegon and the clock now. Looking at the way things are, it's a race between her and the clock. I don't think she has so much rivals around her that can really push her, because she has transcended the 1,500 meters. So coming back from childbirth to running the fastest time she has ever run in her career, it's a race between her and the clock. And I expect her fully to take the world record, maybe on the fast track.
Okay.
Maybe in Monaco on a fast track. Yeah, she can get the world record.
Okay. Thank you very much, Oluwadare, for your time on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be hoping that she's able to get, the record in terms of breaking the times. She ran 3:53, 3 minutes 53 seconds last time at the Florence Diamond League. She'll be hoping to lower that time so as to have a very impressive form going into the World Athletics Championships. We'll take a breather right now. One return, we'll continue with more stories for you. Please to stay with us.